Welcome back students in class 12th economic classes. Today we are going to discuss chapter number 3. I hope chapter number 2 question answers you have completed already, which I have given you in last video. So let's start with today's topic, that is theory of consumer behavior, marginal utility and indifference curve analysis. So in this chapter we are going to discuss both approaches, indifference curve approach as well as utility approach. So we are going to start the topic. So let's start with the topic utility. Utility refers to the want satisfying power of a commodity. It means that ability of capacity of a commodity to satisfy the human want. What does it mean? It means that when you are going to purchase a commodity, how much satisfaction that commodity can provide you, that is the utility of that particular commodity. For example, you are going to purchase any product from the market, but after purchasing the product you are not satisfying with that particular product. It means that utility for that commodity is not having that much satisfaction which you are going to achieve or which you are willing to achieve. So it means that you will not be in equilibrium. We will discuss the equilibrium condition afterwards, but we are going to discuss first that what is utility. So I hope you understood that whenever you are going to purchase something, suppose a commodity you are going to purchase, so whatever that power of satisfying or whatever the satisfaction you can get from that particular commodity, that is the utility of particular commodity for you. So utility can be defined as amount of satisfaction derived from the consumption of a commodity. So it is very clear, when you are purchasing any commodity, whatever the satisfaction you are getting from that particular commodity, that is the utility of that commodity for you. So once again we are going to discuss that what is utility. Means when you are purchasing the commodity and providing the satisfaction to you by the commodity is the utility of the commodity. And one more thing I want to clear here, what is util. Util means that commodity which you are which is going to provide you satisfaction. So two things are there, utility and util. So want satisfying power of a commodity is known as utility, or we can say so that how much satisfaction a commodity can provide you, that power is known as utility. And what is util? Util means the commodity which is providing you utility is known as util. So now we are going to discuss what is equilibrium. Equilibrium is the decision of a consumer that how he is going to spend his money so that he is going to maximize his satisfaction. So we can say so that as a consumer you will be in equilibrium when you spend your income on the purchase of different goods in such a way so that you can maximize your total utility. So again I would like to say that suppose you are having some definite amount in your pocket. So by definite amount of in your pocket you are willing to achieve maximum satisfaction. It means that you are spending your money in such a way that you can utilize 100%. 100% utilization means that you are going to get maximum satisfaction from your rupees. For example, that some places the same thing is being sold on high prices and you have purchased that one, and whenever you are coming home you are going to know that you have purchased that thing costlier. So it means that you think so that your satisfaction is not 100%. So in this chapter we are going to discuss two kind of utility, that is cardinal utility and ordinal utility. So what is meant by cardinal utility? When we are discussing or when we are going through that satisfaction by that number of the commodity, means in cardinal number 1, 2, 3, 4 we are calculating the utility, that is known as cardinal utility analysis, and that we are going to discuss in marginal utility analysis. So marginal utility while we are discussing, we are counting in the numbers, 1, 2, 3 cardinal numbers we are counting. So cardinal utility refers to marginal utility, and second one is ordinal utility. Ordinal utility means when we are not going to discuss in utility number, we are discussing in sequence of the groups. Means we are having the different bundles of different commodity or two commodity, so that they can provide you maximum satisfaction. But in cardinal utility, we are discussing about satisfaction in terms of cardinal numbers. So that is the major difference between cardinal utility and ordinal utility. That you have to keep in mind. So third point is utility is relative in nature. It means that it is depend on the person. And one more thing, that it is subjective in nature. It means it depends on the need of the person. If greater need, greater utility, and less need, less utility. For example, that you are driving your car and you feel thirst, so you may pay more than twice of that price of the bottle. So you can purchase the water bottle in rupees 30 or in rupees 40 also. But the same water bottle, when you are not thirsty, you are not willing to pay more than 15 rupees. So it means that utility is more when you are thirsty, and utility is less when you are not thirsty. So it means that utility depend on the need of the person, whatever the need is there. If more need, then more utility, and less need, then less utility. And next thing is there, that utility is different from usefulness. Means that how much the commodity is useful, that is not a matter for utility. For example, if you are alcoholic, then what is the use of alcohol? No use. It is harmful for the health, but the utility for an alcoholic person is more than any other commodity in his life. Means if he is not getting alcohol, then he may have some change in the behavior. So utility for that alcohol for an alcoholic person is maximum. In the same way, you can understand by smoking, by eating tobacco products. A student who is eating tobacco products, the utility for that one is more than any other commodity. Which means either he is having the lunch box or not. If he is habitual of tobacco products, then without tobacco products he cannot stay. So he can pay more for the tobacco products. In case of lunch box, he is not willing to pay more. So utility is different from usefulness. Either it is useful for your health, either it is good for your health. It is not a matter. It depends on that need or that habit of that particular person, that what is the usefulness of that commodity. Means it may be different from person to person. For me, the lunch box may be priority, but for other person, the tobacco pouch may be the priority. So utility depends on the habit of the person, or that nature of the person, or that need of the person. It doesn't depend on usefulness. So the last point is devoid of ethical connotations. Means utility is not having any ethical or moral or legal connotation. It means that the person, when he is demanding for alcohol, he can pay more than the price, or that tobacco products he can pay more than the price. It is not a matter that it should be taken or should not be taken. So utility is not having any moral or legal connotation. Whenever you need something more, then you can pay for that one is more. It means that utility depends on the need or the desire of the person. How much desire is strong, that much you can pay for the commodity. So for understanding total utility, I would like to go through the table. Suppose you are going to purchase the mango. When you are purchasing the first mango, then you are willing to pay rupees 10. It means that utility for that mango is rupees 10. For second mango, you can spend not 10 rupees, 7 rupees. So 10 plus 7 is equal to 17. So total utility for the two mango is 17. And for third mango, you are willing to pay only 4 rupees. Then total utility will be 17 plus 4 is equal to 21 rupees. So we can say so that total utility means total satisfaction a consumer is going to get by number of utils. Or what is util here? The util is the commodity which we are going to consume. So I hope you understood what is total utility. Total utility is sum total of utils or sum total of utility in the terms of util which a consumer is going to get by the number of units which he is going to consume is known as total utility. For example, that for first mango he is willing to purchase rupees 10. For second he is willing to purchase rupees 7 only, and third he is willing to purchase only 4 rupees. Why he is doing so? Because satisfaction level is decreasing after consuming every mango. So total utility for third mango is rupees 21, and for sixth mango is rupees 19 only. We'll discuss this thing in detail afterwards, but here you have to understand only that total utility for a consumer is the sum total of that units he is consuming, and from that he is getting the satisfaction in terms of rupees. So now we are going to discuss about marginal utility. It refers to the additional utility derived from consumption of additional unit of commodity. So what does it mean? It means that whenever you are consuming the first commodity, you are willing to get more and more. But after consuming first commodity, your satisfaction level will come down. So you are not willing to pay the same amount which you have paid for first one. I'll make you understand by a simple example. Suppose you are very hungry and you are willing to eat something. You are not finding anything else. On roadways, one samosa seller is there. He is selling the samosa in rupees 20. So suddenly you are willing to spend rupees 20 for one samosa. After eating one samosa, your satisfaction level is little bit low. Then you are not willing to pay that same 20 rupees which you have paid for one samosa. You can pay rupees 15 for one samosa. And after eating second samosa, your satisfaction level will come more down. So then you are not willing to pay more than the price. And what is the price of the samosa? That is rupees 10. So after that satisfaction level coming down, you are not willing to pay more than the price of the commodity, and there the marginal utility it becomes zero for any commodity. So let us clear by the example. Here we can see we have taken the unit of mangoes. For first mango you are willing to pay rupees 10. So marginal utility for first commodity was rupees 10. So first for first unit the marginal utility was 10, and for second unit of mango you were not willing to pay how much? The same rupees 10. You are willing to pay rupees 7. So total will be 17. 10 plus 7, 17 rupees you have paid for 2 mangoes, but for second mango the utility will be less. So what is the utility for second mango? That is 7. So after adding one more unit of mango, the utility come down from 10 to 7. And after going for the third mango, you are willing to pay 21. It means 17 you are willing to pay for second, and for third you are willing to pay only 21. So that while you are going to consume third mango, the utility will come on rupees 4. And while you are going for fourth unit, then you are willing to pay only 22 rupees. It means that again utility comes down on rupees 1. And for fifth mango, where your satisfaction has been completed, so that marginal utility will be 0. It means your satisfaction is over on fifth unit. And afterwards, if you are going for next one, for sixth unit will go, then you are not willing to pay anything else for the mango. It means that marginal utility will be negative. It is a similar situation when you have fill up your stomach and then you are willing to consume. So either they are paying for you, paying to you, then even you are not willing to purchase because you have eaten a lot, you have eaten enough. So marginal utility is clear that additional utility derived from the consumption of an additional unit of commodity. So whenever we are adding additional unit in our consumption, so whatever the change is there in the utility by adding the next util or by adding the next commodity, then we can say it marginal utility.